Guys, I get asked all the time, how do I light my home with a low ceiling? And let me tell you, you have so many different options, even if you have low ceilings, so don't worry. The average height of a new build ceiling is 2.4 metres, and whilst that's not low, it's also not massively high, so people can think that they don't have lots of different options to play with. Also, if you're in an old cottage or a flat, it's something that you really need to consider when you're lighting your space. Today we are in our lovely studio and we have created a nice false ceiling here that is exceptionally low, just to prove a point and give you an illustration of the options you've got. So right beside me here I have what is called a semi-flush ceiling fitting. So a semi-flush just means it's not quite flush to the ceiling, it's got a little drop on it, but it's a fixed height and it's not got loads of depth. So this beautiful fitting, which is a bestseller and I love, is called the Carney. The Carney here is 24 centimetres in height, so it's pretty short, still got a lot of life as you can see, and still got a lot of style. There's loads of different options of styles when it comes to semi-flush ceiling fittings. As you can see, this one has gorgeous gunmetal metalwork and lovely smoked globes here, but there's also ones that are really sparkly and glamorous, or ones that are more industrial, or maybe just a really, really simple polished chrome fitting if that's what suits your home. So most semi-flush ceiling fittings come with G9 bulbs, and that's because they give off a really crisp and clear bright light. Because if you've not got loads of space for loads of different lights, then you want to make sure that the one that's in the room is lighting up your room perfectly. We at Pagazzi also have G9 LED bulbs available in both warm white and cool white, which means whichever colour temperature you like, we have the option for you. So I hope that you know that you can jump on and check out the semi-flush ceiling fittings on our website or in any of our stores, and this is the kind of thing you'll find, something with a fixed height, with lots of different arms, generally G9, which casts off loads of light into your room. Okay, so here is another option that you have if your home has low ceilings. So as you can see, this is still a fixed height fitting. This is called the Michelle. I love it, Instagram loves it, you guys all love it. And it has a height of 36 centimetres. So the previous fitting, the Carney, was 24. This is a fixed height of 36. So whilst it's still got a bit more depth and a bit more of a drop, it's more like a chandelier, more like a ceiling fitting, but it's fixed height and you don't have to worry. So all you have to do is measure your ceiling, make sure it can take the 36 centimetres drop of this, and then you're good to go without people hitting their heads. I know that loads of our Instagram favourite people love this in their dressing room or above their bed or in the middle of their living room, and it's perfect for those lower ceilings. So again, this would fall into the semi-flush department, but it is something that's just got a bit more presence, a bit more depth, and a bit more of that chandelier glam look. And the other thing that's great about these lights, guys, is that they don't weigh very much. They're not super heavy like a big chandelier. And that's fantastic, especially in new builds where people worry about their ceiling not being able to take something too heavy. This beautiful fitting is made out of acrylic, and that means it's really not that heavy, super easy to install, and won't be a lot of strain or load on your ceiling. So just bear that in mind when you're fitting your light about how much it weighs. So guys, the last very exciting option you have for lighting up your low ceiling is, if you cannot compromise on that gorgeous chandelier you just absolutely need to have, like this beautiful Antonella that we have here, then you can have it even if your home has low ceilings. But what I would suggest that you do is hang it directly above your dining room table, because no one is going to hit their head on it when it's above a dining table unless they're reaching over. If that gorgeous statement chandelier that's got loads of presence is hanging directly above your dining room table, the chances of someone walking into it are slim to none because the table's in the way. So that's perfect in how to get that really big wow factor, but in your room that's got a ceiling that's a little bit lower. Just make sure that when you're purchasing your ceiling fitting, it's height adjustable, like this one is. Most ceiling fittings are, but just double check so that then you can adjust the height of it to suit your room. So another option that you have if you have a low ceiling, which people love, is a spotlight. Now this is a very fancy, very modern integrated LED spotlight called the Alexa. And what I love about spotlights is that obviously they are directional, which is fantastic. So this one, as you can see, you can change the direction of the light. It's not a traditional spot like a GU10 would be, but it is great for cascading light to different parts of your room. This one here is a cool white color temperature of 4000 Kelvin, so it's a really crisp, clean light that it cascades out, and it's got these beautiful little crystal details here. So just to say that spotlights have evolved quite a lot. People tend to think of a spotlight as a bit of a boring option, but it is definitely not a boring option, because you can get them in industrial styles, you can get them in glam styles, you can get them to just be really plain and crisp and clean with a GU10 bulb in it. So do not discount a spotlight as something if you have a low ceiling. As I said, 14 centimeters is a total drop of this light. So guys, I hope you've learned so much about how to light your home with low ceilings today. As you can see, you have loads of different options. Quickly, I'll just recap on what they are. So the first one was semi-flush ceiling fittings, a ceiling fitting with a fixed height, really, really nice, comes in loads of different styles, really close to your ceiling. Then there was a semi-flush that had a bit more depth to it, which we had the Michelle here, a bit more like a chandelier, but without loads of height. Then we had a beautiful chandelier you just cannot compromise on, and put it hanging really low but above your dining room table so no one hits their head. Then we had a spotlight. Again, they're not boring, don't be put off. They come in loads of different styles, industrial to glam, as you can see with the Alexa that we had. So it is perfect for a low ceiling, but still super stylish.